Good afternoon, viewers of Kelton Logs. It's a beautiful October 27, 2009 day here in LA. And today we're going to be talking about last night, Monday Night Football game. We're not going to be talking about the action in the field. We're not going to be talking about any players. And even though the cheerleaders sure did look good, we're not going to be talking about them either. Instead, it's the Washington Redskins we're going to talk about. The Redskins. Why is that name okay? Why is it alright to have that name for a football team or for any sports franchise for that matter? Isn't it derogatory? Like, is it because that Native Americans are no longer part of mainstream America? Is it because that Native American culture is not on TBS like Tyler Perry's Meet the Jones or whatever the hell his show is about? You know, is it that why that we cannot carry on the plight of Native Americans and represent them in a more beautiful light than just being a mascot for a football team or a baseball team? That's the question I want to pose to all of you today, viewers of Kelton Logs. Should you be outraged by the Redskins? Should you be upset by this? Is it something that you feel like is wrong and there should be a petition out there to change this? I mean, what if we had the St. Louis Blackskins or the Los Angeles Rabbis of Anaheim? I mean, there'd be people protesting right down the street on Wilshire in front of the federal building saying, "We must change these names, these are wrong." But you don't get that for the Redskins. You just don't have that kind of outrage. And so, I want you all today, viewers, to look to the person on your left, look to the person on your right. And when you get a chance, ask them this question. Do you believe the name Washington Redskins is derogatory? And if so, why do you think nothing's been done about it yet? In my personal opinion, I encourage you all to please get up, stand up. To stand up for your rights. Because if we don't, and if we allow the man and government and the corporate media to continue to run our lives and tell us what is kosher and what is not, what is right to name your team and what isn't, then you know what? We don't have any freedom of speech. And we're not utilizing the rights the way we're supposed to. And if they can belittle and make a mockery out of Native Americans, there's no reason why 50 years down the line they can't make a mockery of Arab Americans, or they can't make a mockery of whoever else the U.S. might be fighting, or whoever is evil and whoever is good in this world, whatever the policies may be. And that's the point I'm trying to make to all of you, is that it doesn't make sense how we can name teams, the Cubs, the Bears, the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Giants, the Dodgers, and then you have the Redskins? The Redskins. Really? I mean, it's just absurd, and it's insensitive, and you have to ask yourself the question, does the ghost of racism still haunt America today? And if it does, then it clearly is being represented every time the Washington Redskins hit the field. America, that's another edition of Kelton Logs. Do it live, think about that, and we'll see you again tomorrow.